Kalonzo Musyoka is also not left behind. Nobody will throw a stone at him. Come rain, come sunshine, he will not let the Kamba region be divided. As much as other opposition leaders like Rigathi Gachagua, Matiang'i are also employing their tactics to promote themselves, Kalonzo Musyoka is also not left behind. He has been also using his own wisdom to ensure that he's employing proper tactics that can be able to give him the presidency come 2027. And on this particular video, I want to take you through step by step on some of the tactics that Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has employed in his campaign and his movements across the country when it comes to politics. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this topic here today. Ladies and gentlemen, Kalonzo Musyoka is also a smart guy. He has been in politics for quite some time, almost 40 years now. He has been an MP for about 20 or how many years. So this gentleman is so much experienced in leadership. We must admit that. Kalonzo Musyoka has also been a vice president of this country. He has also worked with various leaders, Raila Amolo Odinga, Mwai Kibaki, plus many other leaders like even William Ruto himself. Following that history, it cannot be possible that Kalonzo Musyoka came out of that particular circle without learning anything good for himself. And that's why I feel that he also has a template that he's using when it comes to the current political terrains to ensure at least that he clinches the seat come 2027 or maybe becomes relevant within the opposition side. What are some of these tactics that he's really employing? Number one, Kalonzo Musyoka has positioned himself in such a way that is becoming now very neutral and that he can be accepted across the country. Kalonzo Musyoka right now, ladies and gentlemen, if he goes to Luo Nyanza, he can campaign there. Nobody will throw a stone at him. Why? Because he's a leader of his own personality. Hana shida na mtu, hajaigonga mtu, hana friendship yenye imekuwa na mashida. So Kalonzo Musyoka has been doing well when it comes to creating some good environment where he looks to be very neutral. He can talk to opposition side comfortably. He can talk to government broad-based people comfortably. He can as well talk to wananchi well. So that kind of positioning is important. Probably that's what actually made him to become the vice president back in 2007. So from that neutrality also, we can tell that Kalonzo Musyoka can be able to get votes from Luo Nyanza and at the same time get votes from Kikuyu land, which is very important because he has created friendship through Rigathi Gachagua in where? Central Kenya. And then through Babu Owino in Nyanza. The other tactic that Kalonzo Musyoka has decided to use is holding the Kamba nation together. Kalonzo Musyoka has decided that liwe liwalo, come rain, come sunshine, he will not let the Kamba region be divided. And he has proven a number of times that he can be able to do that. Hence, we can be able to see Kalonzo Musyoka's influence within Ukambani region intact. Recently, I saw in a certain funeral where we had Alfred Mutua trying to attack him. People were singing their one tongue, booing him, until Alfred was like, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo, watu wako na kuaibisha.
Ni sawa, lakini nasema jambo la muhimu ni kuimarisha ya kwamba kuna nidhamu. Mheshimiwa Kalonzo, watu wako na kuaibisha.
So that shows that the Ukambani region is intact behind Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. When you hold the Kamba nation together, that means you have about 4 million votes towards 2027. And if people don't come out to vote, probably let's talk of 2 million at least, assuming it's worst case scenario. So this means that he's a formidable candidate to face President William Ruto. He just needs an addition of a few votes. If Mount Kenya backs him and then you get from Kisii, maybe Loyaland, Coastal Region, it's over. It only needs the votes to be protected because that is what you could be able to learn all the way from Mbeere North and Malava. Very important. Another thing that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has been able to do is to be very careful on what he says at every point. He does not want to antagonize anyone, and he does not want to appear like he's probably making any mistakes from what he says. He doesn't want to be careless. Being careful is important when it comes to this political terrain. At least you don't spoil, because you can say something, you hurt people, and people will reject you like that, and in politics it's just one statement and it's over. Like now, in Luo Nyanza, some leaders are trying to fight him. I listened to Opiyo Wandayi trying to say that Kalonzo Musyoka, before he asks the people who were killed in Luo Nyanza during the demonstrations, he should first tell people the people were killed when he was a vice president. Jesus Christ, which people? How? When? Which people? Which means they have lacked a platform, or maybe they have lacked an excuse to attack Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Because when it comes to his wording, careful. When it comes to his actions, careful. He has maintained friendship. Loyalty has shown Raila Amolo Odinga. Now you try to attack him right, left and center, and I think that was very low of Opiyo Wandayi. Another thing that he has done right now is to maintain friendship with the Mount Kenya region. He has ensured that he has maintained a good relationship between him and Uhuru Kenyatta. For those who are forgetting Uhuru Kenyatta, they are close with Kalonzo Musyoka. Very close. Secondly, he has also maintained a very close relationship with Rigathi Gachagua. Now that if you listen to Rigathi Gachagua, the common name that comes out of his mouth, it is that of Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Something that never used to happen before. Showing that he has maintained the relationship. So he has the entire ground of Mount Kenya region. When I do my statistics here, I can be able to see most of the people who vote for Kalonzo Musyoka are from Central Kenya. Meaning that Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has managed to at least attract the people of West Central Kenya towards his side. That is important when it comes to the 2027 general elections, because he can be able to beat William Ruto easily. He just needs enough money, personnel to protect his votes across the country. Because now, as it stands, if he's the favorite of the people of Mount Kenya, it is easy when the decision is going to be made by the people in opposition right now. And already when I did my polls here, I realized that he's at 60%. Mwenye anamfuata ni Matiang'i at 30%. That's half. If Matiang'i manages to climb up a bit, it can go up to 45%. So Kalonzo Musyoka might remain to be still a preferred candidate for this country. For this country. He has beaten Maraga, beaten Gachagua all over. So which means there's a way people see him right now. Though the fact remains that he has his weaknesses, like not having enough financial muscles to probably face William Ruto. But if people decide to support him, he can. He can get partners on board who can be able at least to support him. And then he pays back later on. So the fact remains here that Kalonzo Musyoka has positioned himself well with the Mount Kenya people to be a friend of them and ensure at least he has gotten the votes from there. So he's in a good position. So his work right now is to create some bonds with other leaders, Matiang'i, Natembeya, Uhuru Kenyatta, plus people who have money they can bring in his campaign. And he can even decide to go for none other than who? Jimmy Wanjigi. Because Jimmy Wanjigi has nothing to complain about Kalonzo Musyoka. These people, despite being in power and not being a developer as such, he has no much that people can complain about. But people also argue here that there's no particular project you could have related Kibaki to, despite being an MP as well. But when he was given the power, he was able to run well. People also talk about the gentleman by the name George Saitoti, who was there for 13 years, but he could not take roads to Maasai land. So still it's the same. Probably being a vice president is not powerful. So the fact remains that Kalonzo Musyoka has a good chance to become a president in this country. If he employs these tactics well, maintains the pace, corrects mistakes here and there that he could have made probably, or maybe where he has weaknesses, at least he turns them around to become his point of achievements. I don't know what's your take, but in the comment section, kindly feel free to share with me on what you think. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Abli Mukwa.